Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show. Yeehaw!
Everybody, welcome to Southern Fried Podcast Humpday News. I'm Rob. That's Dave. I gotta get my finger pointing right, Dave.
That's me.
How's Dave doing tonight?
Yeah, be sure you're pointing at the right. I'm all right. Been a busy day, but it's good.
Well, we're so glad that everybody out there is tuning in. All of the fans out there for Southern Fried Podcast and all the people out there, Cornbread Nation, yeah, breadheads, we're glad you're here tonight. I really felt that built up to something, but it just that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, it just stopped.
That was gone.
Oh, I hope everybody had a good hump day today. You're halfway through the week.
Yeah, making your way towards a Friday. It's cold, maybe a little rainy in some areas, snowy in others. So, the weather is a changing. Welcome to all.
We are praying for you. Still.
Yeah, welcome to all on Instagram coming in. We appreciate you.
I know y'all are cold over
Sorry,
there.
this morning I was having Wi-Fi trouble.
Yeah, you left me all by myself.
Yeah, it was. Well, it would have took, by the time I got back in, you'd been gone. So I just let you close it.
Yeah,
it was just messing up all morning. It's all right.
Dave's gone.
It's okay. Things happen.
That's still one of the most classic.
Well, we were fixing this.
Where's Dave?
What's
Dave's
that?
not here, man. I feel like we're.
Yeah, it was been a pretty good day. I helped do a tour. I talked to several people today about things from last night with the school. I posted that up all over the place and got it forwarded out. I got a lot of attention, and there's some powerful stuff in there. Even though it's about a certain county's schools, it's refreshing to hear some of the things. And I didn't video the communities and schools. I felt like that was an area that should be safe ground, and I didn't feel like that should in there. But I will relay the great job that they're doing. Yeah. But it was a good time last night. Met some great people. Be hopefully aligning up with on the other county and being able to help with that as well through my workplace. What last night was just individual and or podcast. We're getting all set up to be a member of the chamber and everything, but right now to be individual. Later on it'll be officially as the podcast. Although I put the podcast name down, we'll wait till we're officially a bona fide business. So,
yeah,
but that's coming.
Yes, it is very shortly. Thank you to everybody, and it's you guys that are making that possible. It's not we're having fun on here, and we enjoy bringing you stuff, but it's you people out there that are watching us, our fans and stuff that are really making this happen, and we appreciate every one of you.
Absolutely. So many nice people. Occasionally you get a bonehead. You get a jackleg every once in a while. Somebody posted on one of them, I won't say which one, I don't want to call it out, but They said, and one of the videos I made, they said, and this is why everybody shouldn't have a podcast. And I said, and God bless America that we can have that podcast.
That's right. You know,
You know what? If you don't like it, change that bat channel.
yeah, yeah. Leave your little rude comment and go on.
Doesn't bother me.
Leave
If
that.
if that's the worst that I get said about, I'm okay.
Yeah,
Been far worse.
it's very important that you leave that little rude comment there. We so appreciate it. You
Yeah,
know,
it was clean. I didn't delete it. I wouldn't do that. I can handle it.
yeah.
You know.
And but you know what? We've been doing this for 7 months now.
Right at it, yeah. Right at it. This is the 7th month.
So whoever that person was, at least we doing it. You know, we've hit 15,000 followers now, haven't we?
Yeah, I think we're right all over that. I was counting them up this morning. They keep jumping, and we keep growing on several streams. I mean, every stream really. Some are small, shorter. We even got some YouTube followers now, Rob. We added to that.
Yeah.
That's like, things are going good. We added to YouTube.
Yeah, and Facebook. We had an ad to Facebook today.
Praise the Lord.
You know,
There's answers to prayer. I'm just kidding.
There is. We're almost to 300 on Facebook. That's nice. Or yeah, hey, you know what? Some things grow slower than others. You know, we've got a really strong standing out there on X, and we got really strong. Well, you're more up to date on where I am. Where are we strong at? Instagram,
TikTok. Really coming on Parlor and really several Truth, and I mean just really all of them are jumping up now, and we're getting a lot of followers. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
they're good. They're good Americans. Good Americans they love the country. They love the flag. They love the president coming in. They're for all those things we talk about.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, but y'all keep in mind, a lot of times we don't see eye to eye with our Democratic brothers and sisters out there and the liberal brothers and sisters that we have. But you're welcome to come in here and say what you want to say.
Sure.
We don't judge anybody. We may not agree with what you're saying, and we may tell you we don't agree with what you're saying. You're more than welcome to tell us that you don't agree with what we're saying. That's fine. We're not going to judge you. We're not going to belittle you. I mean, we'll have a discussion.
That's it.
Well, thank you, Michael. We like that and we need that. We're glad you're on here tonight, Bubba. How's that back doing?
Yeah, Michael. Good to see you, brother.
I got a quick thing I got to bring up for Humpday News. I kind of alluded to it before we started the show, and I've got to do this. I got to do it. I can't hardly say this lady's name.
Is this another Enough is Enough?
No, it's not even enough is enough. It's more like a neener told you so. Martina, say her name, Dave.
Navratilova.
Okay, yeah, she's a tennis player. I do know that. I remember seeing her play tennis when I was a kid. She's very, very big about the women's sports and just keeping women in women's sports and none of the transgender and all that stuff. She's a Democrat, big time Democrat.
Oh yeah.
She said on X, and I am so mad that the Republicans captured this issue. Shame on all the elected Democrats who kept silent on this. Hashtag what about the women? Amen, sister. And all you Democrats out there, look, if it is such a big deal, if there's so many transgender out there, why don't they go ahead and have their own league? I think they are. I think it's called co-ed. Why not just let them be on co-ed teams? Or make that classification. Let men and women play together in their own league.
I was thinking as you said that, a friend of ours, we both know well, he used to play on. This is a church league, a co-ed volleyball league. You know, and I went down. I wasn't a member of the church, and I just went down and had. I'd just go down and hang out, watch them play. Play other churches and stuff. And it was all good and everything, but and clean, churches and all. But let me tell you, they get they get fired up in a Christian kind of way. The competition comes out, and they would be, some egos getting involved and pride and everything. It was a good object lesson in how to work on your Christianity is to play in a sports league, co-ed. The women be getting on the men. Come on, you blowed it. It was funny. A little trash talking going on, clean trash talking.
Yeah.
I loved it, man. I was just, a spectator in the gallery. I loved it. It was the funniest thing, man.
Well,
They get vicious in them co-ed leagues, man.
the last year that I played softball, someone got the bright idea for me to be the pitcher. That was a horrible, horrible idea. And they would tell me, just throw it across the plate. And I'd be like, I'm trying. I couldn't throw it across the plate, or it'd be too high, or it'd be too low. I didn't have enough heart. I hated it. I absolutely. Now I could field the position. Great, that's just fine. And I could throw them out at first, or I could catch the ball, whatever. That's just fine. Just throw it across the plate. Nope, not my thing. I think
I was playing.
the most.
I was more of a basketball player. I never played. I played 1 year of softball in a work league, and the funniest thing was one night we had one of the umpires. I'd never been in a game before. I mean, I'd played some sports and stuff. Usually the ref, you have this, hate relationship with them. Like, oh, that was a bad call, and they'll, tell you where you got to be and where, you got to leave the field or whatever. But I played one night, dude, and the referee was the trash talker. It was the funniest thing. Like when the pitcher would throw the ball in. Like one time I was up to bat, and I it's that thought, you let the ball come through, you're like, oh, I should have swung. He goes, yeah, you should have swung at that one. That's the best one you go see at this at bat. And I was like, looking back, like, come on, dude. And then another one coming, I swung at it. He said, yeah, you shouldn't have swung at that one. You do that again, you're going to be up back on the bench. And I was like, dude, you're supposed to be calling balls and strikes. So then,
that would absolutely be there.
So I hit the ball once. I had a good stroke, and I went to first base, and in your mind you're faster than what you are. And I was never fast. I could run long distance. I wasn't fast. I said, I could see he was still tracking it down, so I thought I'll get to second. Well, he come up with that ball, and his arm told me otherwise, man. I mean, it was close, but they had me out. It wasn't that close. It was close, but not that close. And I went back, and I was mad at myself. So the next time I come to bat, the ump's like, yeah, you got greedy, didn't you? Tried to stretch that single into a double. And I'm like, dude, will you shut up? He was fun, though, but I'd never played in any kind of sport where the referee was the trash talker.
Yeah, it's great, dude. I love it when the refs trash talk, especially in softball. My first bat of the season that year, I ripped one right up the left field line. I mean, to the fence. It was on the ground about halfway out there. But man, I had a stroke on it. Play was at first. I ain't that fast. It wasn't that fast then either. Played at first. No, I think I actually got a double on that. I would try. But that's what I always hollered out when I went to run. Have you ever seen a softball pitcher that could throw different pitches?
Oh yeah,
I was
quite a
playing
few.
catcher. Well, I was playing catcher when I was playing on the same league, probably that you were for the company. And we had a pitcher named Tim, and let me tell you something. He could throw a curve. It was just awesome. He just fade away. He'd throw a regular one, but he'd throw a knuckleball. I don't know if you've ever seen a softball knuckleball or not, but he had movement on that thing, dude. I'm up here trying to catch.
I played catcher one night with a guy that was pitching like that. It was all over the place, but it was that same umpire. And I got to hear it from the, as I would catch, I would listen to him. But this one guy, he hit one, man. He crushed this ball. It wasn't a home run, but it was like, it was going to be like probably a triple or something. I mean, it was a massive line drive. But when he took out of the box, he slung the bat back. He hit me in the head, and he had to jump. The umpire had to jump out of the way because that steel bat was, bouncing off of my head and almost hit him. And they're all cheering and everything. Boy, the umpire was mad, man. He called him out and everything and said, "You are out," And the guy gets all smart and he goes, "Dude, don't run your mouth. You just killed the catcher here, man." He didn't even realize what he did. Like he just was all into the thing. But he kind of flipped it back and he went straight back into my head, man. I had a pretty good, probably had a little concussion, to be honest. Back in those days, we didn't think about it too much. But he rocked me, man. I was a little woozy, But I stayed in the game. But he did come up and apologize. But it got intense there for a minute. I mean, both teams come out and he's like, "You killed my man right here." And I said, "Him taking that hit on the head kept me from getting hit on the head. You're out, dude. Go sit down. You can't sling the bat like that." I mean, he just slung it straight back. He didn't sling it to the side. He just straight back right into me.
Yeah. Well,
steel bats hurt.
yeah. They don't feel good. But softball's fun. But co-ed softball, the girls, when they get started trash talking on the guys, there ain't nothing better to me than on co-ed softball when the girls start trash talking. They'll do it on both sides. They don't care. When you get women folk trash talking, like somebody from the other team will hit the ball, they'll be like, "Plays it first. Plays it first. Look at the Lord Butt run. Oh, look at him go." I mean, just, you're really kicking up a trail of dust, aren't you? I think that's coming out of his skivvies, and just ride them all the way down. It's great. I love it.
I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, about 3 years ago, I guess. The company I worked for had a league, but the whole company, like every plant in the area, or most of them, had a team, and ours was really good. In fact, they won the championship. The trophy sits in our offices now. It's a good sized trophy, and they got a picture made of the team and all the names, a banner, and put it on the wall. But apparently, I wasn't there. But apparently, my boss at the time was the coach or third base. I think he's coach. But anyway, the trash talking got a little intense in the championship game. And they got so upset, the other team that lost. We had 2 calls come in from other plants, like, really talking to our HR, like, they really got out of line. It wasn't cool, the way they were talking and stuff. And I heard it was pretty intense both ways, but because they lost, they, I guess you could say they cried a little bit. I don't know. I wasn't there, but people don't like to lose, man.
But you know what? Crying about trash talking is like peeing in the wind. I mean, come on. Trash talk's part of the game. It's a part of any sport, just about, except for golf, I guess. I don't know. It should be a part of golf too. Golf's not a sport, but trash talk.
It'd make it more interesting.
Yes, it would. Oh my goodness! Could you imagine?
I told you about the times we used to go up to. Reed Michaels.
You never been a ball player?
I meant to send that today. I'll send it I'll post it before I go to bed. I was actually looking for, but I never seen it. I was pretty good. Me and some friends were at we were at the Lookouts game, Chattanooga Lookouts, and this is Marley, what are they? Double A, and we we trash talked a famous baseball player's son, Hall of Famer's son, who wasn't as good as him. He was good, but he wasn't nowhere near. And he got he got so mad at us that he pulled his cap down where the umpire couldn't see it, and he flipped us off. Sure did. He gave us the "you're the number one" sign.
Please tell me.
Huh?
Tell me, how many years ago was this?
Who?
How many years ago?
Oh my gosh, this is probably 25, 30 years ago.
Oh, please.
Good 25 years ago.
Please tell me it was Mariners player. Let's put it that way. No,
he was playing for the Lookouts.
Oh, it was. I know who it was then. I remember when he came to play. It was Jordan, right?
No. I didn't get into that. Those were highly sought after tickets. No, it was Pete Rose Jr.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We were riding him all night long. We were on the visitor sideline. I mean, we were rooting for the other team because we were Braves fans, and we got on him so bad. He let a ball go between his legs, and that's when we really got on him. Your daddy wouldn't have done that. Oh man, it was bad. You know, they took him out of the game right after that. The game got out of hand for the Lookouts. I said that was a mercy pull right there. That was a mercy pull.
Oh.
It's funny. It's if it's clean, it's a fun thing to do. It can get out of hand. I've been down low at some pro baseball games where the trash talk was horrible. I was ashamed of how some fans were acting towards their own players because they gave up a hit or whatever. But I mean, I'm talking about like saying things about their mama and stuff. I mean, bad. I would never be involved in something like that. That's the kind of thing you could get thrown out of a game for anyway.
That's why we don't have a professional baseball team. You talk about somebody's mom on the field getting stormed.
Oh yeah. Well, nowadays they'd pull the guns out.
I'd say the same thing for Louisiana, Mississippi, Bama, Tennessee, South Carolina. You just can't. And so you got in Florida, you got the Marlins. You don't have another baseball team in Florida, do you? It's just the Marlins, the Fish down in South Florida. So that's why the Panhandle of Florida doesn't have one either.
Well, you got Tampa Bay Rays, you got the Marlins.
Yeah, but see, that's all getting down to Central and South Florida, Yankee land. But like the Panhandle of Florida, they can't have a professional baseball team. Man, you talk about somebody's mama, it's going to get the field storm. It's going to be bad, dude. Make the redneck come right out in somebody.
Well, there's been some games up here canceled because it got out of hand. I mean, there was one night, I can't remember if it was a football game or basketball game. They just canceled it because it got so ugly.
Oh wow!
So I don't know.
Well,
there you go, Bess. I just sent you a picture. I don't know if it'll work or not.
Do I need to send some to you so you can send them? I don't have one.
Yeah, you can just text it to me and I gotta get you to download the Discord address.
Address.
Link.
I got Discord. I just need the link. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it to you tonight.
All right.
See what you can do, Bass. I load it up and throw the fastball. Let's see what you do on the swing.
All right, that should be my picture right there.
I've just been busy. I know that's not an excuse, but so much. I've had so many things to load up, just getting videos ready and lots of stuff, and I'm still working on a couple things. All right, see what come in.
Yeah, between me and Dave, we've been running around like chickens with our heads cut off.
And we're gonna be seeing each other very, very soon.
Yes.
Again, live.
Yes. And we're gonna have some fun.
We're gonna have some fun.
We're down here. If it'll warm up a little bit, we'll be down here on the creek looking for an alligator.
There you go, Bess. 2 for 2.
We'll be down here on the creek if it warms up a little bit looking for an alligator for Dave to catch.
We're going to look for the chupacabra and the Bigfoot and Sasquatch.
Yeah. And
We're going to go. We're going to go out to favorite color. I guess for me, blue.
Dave's is pink.
No.
Yes, it is.
No. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Well, that's for both. Okay, that's what I thought.
Now, my favorite color is blue, not blue. It's blue. I hope you can understand that. I mean, that's kind of a redneck way to put it, but it's blue, not blue. Yeah, Michael, Dave, and Robbie, and I think Cook's going to be with him too. You're going to have all three of us.
That's the plan. Oh, you're going to have grandkids and all, man. They're all wanting to come. You got a posse coming. I'm bringing a posse down there. They'll be wanting to. They're going to be swimming in the indoor swimming pool wherever we find that out. So,
well,
my grandkids, all they do is eat and swim, and play on their phones. But we'll get them out and do some stuff with them.
I can go over here and swim in the creek. There's water in there. There's still water and holes in there. It's dry. It's low. Well, there's a pond right across the road from me. You can go swim. They can go swim in the pond. It's a little cold, but yeah, no, they're kids. It don't matter. It'll be all right.
Dude, we're not swimming in no pond at 20, 30 degrees. Man, are you nuts? What are you talking about?
Gonna make my eye twitch.
What the heck?
You're gonna make my eye twitch. Gray is my favorite color. Just a mature person understands. I don't understand that. It's not my favorite. Oh, she said check Discord. Oh. Got our mugs on there now. We're gonna have our mugs everywhere. Now, we got big stuff going on this weekend. We got a Georgia Texas game that we can't not watch.
Yeah, if it's good, Bess, I'll do that. If it's good. We're in trouble now.
Steve, I don't get no Forrest Whitaker. I get to Clint Eastwood eye. No, that's more like Barney Fife. It's a Forrest Whitaker eye. That's not very nice. Thank you for doing that, Beth.
I thought that you were, some people when they lie, their eye twitches. So I thought maybe you were lying there or something. Your eyes all.
No, when you started thinking about your eyes were just going to town when you was talking about swimming out there in the pond and it being 20 degrees, and it's making my eye.
Dude, are you crazy, man?
Sometimes
we're not doing the polar bear jump, man. I mean, come on,
dude. I did the polar bear swim in Alaska. I did it there. Yeah, I did. That's
Alaska.
In Alaska. You just jump right in there. Cannonball too. Boy, that water was cold. It was just like jumping into a bed of pins. It was so cold. It's like come up. Whoo, it's brisk.
and what, pray tell, was the idea behind this? Why? That's my question. Why?
It was something to do. There was a reason why,
that's not a good answer. That's not a good answer.
Why I went, but I cannot discuss it. I had my own personal reasons for going. It was amazing, and it was worked out just like I thought it would. And no, we cannot discuss it on the air because I was a different person back then.
Okay. But I can tell you that it would have to be, there's very little in this life that would make me do that.
Guarantee
I can't
you,
even think.
I guarantee you, once I explained why I was doing it to Steve, our Celtic blacksmith, he would have been there too. I guarantee you. And we'd have both
I don't.
yeah, he'd have done it too. Which he's from Ohio. He's a little nutsy anyway. If you get snow that has to be measured in feet, something's wrong. My goodness. Love you, Steve. Love you, brother. Made it to Piggly Wiggly yet? You ain't get the car drive about 3 hours, go to that Piggly Wiggly.
Now he's supposed to take the GoPro and go in this other store. He's supposed to, but he was scared. He said, "I gotta ask permission. I gotta make sure it's okay."
Oh no. I could put this in such a way to where it would have been worth freezing your cookies off. And you have to consider this. No,
He's readjusting his hat. This is getting serious.
it was co-ed. Let me put it that way. Now let that thought sink into your head, Steve, and you'll understand. See, told you.
With a blacksmith hammer in one hand and a sword in the other.
Yeah. Do this.
And a rose in his mouth. Yeah, baby!
I bet you we might could have even talked Michael into it.
I think Michael probably did a few dares in his life. He looks like that kind of guy.
I remember.
Well, with that hair, man, y'all didn't like the Fabio. That fits better, Yeah, shake the hair, rose in his mouth. Yeah.
He was trying to call you Fabio the other day. If Fabio's so old, he's getting around on a walker now.
Well, I meant in his heyday.
Huh?
I meant in his heyday, not when he was, old.
Joe Biden was Fabio. That's how old Fabio is. That's what he turned into.
Well, you said co-ed, so I figured the rose was for the co-ed.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, man. I mean,
Oh.
Here.
All right, so we've got big news today.
Uh-oh.
We got big news. There was an accident the other day. We had 3 cars, 8 trucks, and a tractor backed up. It's traffic jam. Colquitt, Georgia, right here in Miller County. 3 cars, 8 trucks, and a tractor.
I guess the tractor was in the lead.
No, he's back behind everybody. Everybody passed him to hurry up to get on where they were going, and he was bringing up the rear.
Here's a good question for you.
Okay.
And something come up the other day. Are you a person that passes people on a 2-lane road?
Yeah, if I got dotted line. In a heartbeat.
I've never. I don't think I've ever done that, but maybe twice in my whole life. And one was Sunday.
Dude,
I've just never done it.
We don't have that many 4 lanes down here, brother man. You come down here, you go learn to pass them. Either you be going 30 miles an hour.
I just ride behind them, figuring, just enjoy life.
Yeah, okay. Not
I
if you
mean,
in a hurry.
what's the hurry? What's the hurry?
Well, see, that's what they're thinking. You know,
Now I'll go around a bicycle, but that's different. I mean, they're going, 10 miles an hour, and I'll even do it on a double line. I don't care. I mean,
that's
that's
different
another
down
pet peeve.
here.
But if a
There's
car's going, 50, 55 miles an hour, I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not going to usually mess with it.
Yeah, oh, that's fine. But if they're going 30, and they're liable to do that down here. But let me throw this out to you. It's a little different down here than your situation. You live up there in the mountains and hills. When you can peek out around that car and you see there ain't nobody coming from way on up there and you got plenty of time, go around them. It ain't nothing. You can look and see.
Well, that's true. I just up here. I don't fool with that. I've just never have. I've just never felt comfortable doing it.
My
It'd
mama,
have to be a long straightaway.
when I was learning how to drive, there was several times, or I thought she was going to reach her foot over and stomp my foot to get me to pass somebody. Yeah, there you go.
I don't do that. I don't do it, Michael. I don't do it. I just don't do it.
Earning about $20.
I just play it safe. Maybe I'm the guy that's saving that person from getting rear-ended. I slow everybody else down for them.
Maybe you're going to be the one that gets rear-ended. The last one in line's got it the worst.
Well, if it's some little old lady, I'd rather be rear-ended than a little old lady. So
Now, if you got your grandkid in the back seat, no.
I just play blocker.
Okay. Well, I'm not. I'll pass them. They don't. Well, I can't drive anymore, so it doesn't matter. I have to be somebody else's foot on the gas pedal.
That is surreal, Celtic blacksmith.
I guess you got something fixed to be on the way.
Yeah. I'm ready to make another order. I just got ready for this order to come in. So my wife's like, "What are you ordering? I haven't seen nothing come in." Oh, actually, I am ordering some. It's here. Cool. I love it.
In international news, the French government is kind of in a mess right now, as they voted out
they are.
the prime minister in a vote of no confidence. Oh my goodness! What about that? International. I'm going international tonight. Oh,
It's France. I mean, come
yeah.
on.
Didn't they lose a war with themselves? Does France won a war?
Not against French people,
Has
but French
won a war?
leadership. Come on.
Has France won a war?
Macron. Oh, they used to be pretty good fighters
When?
till they weren't.
I think that was right after the Three Musketeers. I think that was the last good fighters they had. After they died off, they were like, what do we do now? We're going to get fat from eating croissants. Oh, that is amazing. No, I didn't hear about that. But yeah, I can see how that would cripple their military. That and doing this here so they can hold their pants up. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
What did Napoleon do?
There's sorrow in our area here.
What does Napoleon do this? Scratching his armpit. Sorry.
There's great sorrow up here right now.
Why?
I don't remember if it was which one, but one of the carriers that delivers packages, their warehouse and some trucks burned down.
Oh no.
Like there's people not going to get their packages for Christmas because they're burned up. Bad day.
Oh, oh,
Bad day.
oh. So that's not good. That is not good. Uh, I got enough. I do have an enough is enough tonight. I do have one, and it's a big one.
Enough is enough.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, in case you didn't catch this, Steve, we've been doing enough is enough ever since Biden was talking about that the other day with his son. We got a lot of stuff that we've had enough of too, and enough is enough. So this is for a case brought on in Tennessee at the Supreme Court. And you probably know where I'm going. Enough is enough. Do you know what I've got enough of? Justice Sotomayor. I've had so much. I'm just enough is enough from this crazy lady. This is her words, okay? Every medical treatment, this is about the transgendered youth, allowing youths to transgender.
Oh
Okay?
yeah, Sotomayor.
Yeah. Every medical treatment has a risk, even taking aspirin. There's also going to be a percentage of the population under any medical treatment that is going to suffer a harm. So the question in my mind is not, do policymakers decide whether one person's life is more valuable than the millions of others who get relief from this treatment? Okay, it's been proven now. There is a lot of negative and adverse effects from this. This is not something that you can just flip a switch and change back. This is surgically altering and mutilating your body, all right, and to something that it's not. So, how does that even compare to aspirin? All right, people get tattoos all the time. That's their choice. But there's an age limit and an age requirement to get a tattoo because it's freaking permanent. You can't drink alcohol till a certain age. You cannot join the military until a certain age. You can't vote until a certain age. You can't drive a car until a certain age because these limits are put there so people can make grown up and rational decisions. Okay? Kids haven't developed it yet. They're learning. They're exploring. They're not all there yet. You got to at least be an adult before you can make a decision to alter your body and change it. Kids do not make adult decisions. They're learning to be adults. This does not fix people. It causes more issues. It does not compare to taking an aspirin. Enough is enough. Come on. And from a purely Christian point of view, okay, God made us in his image. And God made us the way he wanted us made. All right? We ain't got no business changing that. All right? Um, you're not, by altering your outside, you're not changing your inside. It's what is inside that matters, the character of your heart and everything else. If you have problems, if you have issues, you need to address those. Changing yourself on the outside is not going to fix that. There. Done. I'm going to get off my soapbox now. Do you agree or disagree? Let's hear from you.
Agree, but I couldn't help my mind goes there. I agree with everything you're saying, but I don't know if I should even ask the question.
Ask. I'm not going to hurt my feelings. Ask away.
You named off a number of things that you have to be an adult before you make that decision. I just want to know what age you had your first beer. Did you break the law? Because you're. I mean, you went there. You went there.
Hey, I didn't do it legally. I didn't do it legally.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
There's always a counter. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But maybe that's not the best example to use. Was
Well, drinking probably wasn't the best example to use. You know,
it is the law, but
I'm saying, there's laws for that, and they're talking about making laws for
my
transgender. So,
no, I agree. My second question as a follow up would be: did somebody buy it for you, or did you walk in and buy it yourself with your chest all bowed out, acting all tough? I'll have a 6-pack of
I
Budweiser.
started buying my own beer when I was 14 years old. Start with me. Thank you, Michael.
I get it, Michael, but he used that as the example. Here's
the thing.
I'm just calling it like I'm hearing it.
All right. Let me throw this out there. There's laws to prevent people from doing that at a young age. There's laws on the books. Do they work? No. But there is a big difference between a kid drinking a beer and mutilating your body.
Do underage girls get abortions illegally?
They have gotten them legally. They shouldn't be
illegally.
Yeah, they've done.
Does it happen?
Yeah. Am I saying
from the pervert, sex trafficker, whatever? Yeah, and they've done that too. So sometimes, we should have a law in the books, but there are people that will work around that, and it's happened.
But okay, if they're going to do that, if they're going to say children can make those decisions, we need to drop the voting age. We need to drop the age to join the military. We need to drop the age of driver's license. We need to drop the age that you're required to have a fishing license. We got to drop all of that. Because if they can make a mature decision,
I agree with you. It should be on the books, but
yeah, I'm just saying, it's just my opinion, and I don't know how many people in this country would agree or disagree with me on that. I got a pretty good idea how many around this area would, but it is what it is. But let them. I mean, you have to wait till you're an adult to join the military. You have to wait till you're an adult to vote. You have to wait till you're beyond an adult to legally buy.
Well, see, we have a problem in this country where people want to drop the age for a lot of things that are perverted and horrible. Along with that, that's not the only thing, and they want to drop that age because they're perverted.
If you're going to drop the age for that, you got to drop the age for everything else.
Well, I wouldn't be for no dropping the age on that. I don't want to see it anyway, but you got to be an adult.
There's no consistency in their thought process. I think that's what bothers me.
By the way, I'm switching gears. Did you see the CEO's assassin take him out today? Did you see that video?
No, I didn't want to watch that. I did read the story. Have they caught him yet? Is there any word on that?
I don't know if they've caught him.
See, I wouldn't be for that, Michael. Yeah, there comes a time and a place where this HIPAA thing is just silly. The parents have a right to know. Hiding stuff from parents is atrocious. Quit it. Parents have a right to know.
And today in Georgia, Kelly Loeffler was selected head the SBA. She's been very active in politics in Georgia. So
yeah, that's good.
Small Business Association.
Oh, and
we need things fixed at the SBA, like making loans fair.
Yeah,
which we know they're not. I remember a time you couldn't get a loan.
Yeah,
for a small business.
Yeah, and they told us straight up, if you're not of color or female, you're not getting it. They ain't putting you in my line. And that was, we're like, what? Okay, Dave, this is big. Are you ready for this? We almost had our girl fight today on The View.
You mean you're watching it again?
No, it's just the highlights.
The highlights.
It's not my fault. It's the news source that I use keeps putting it up there, and I see it, and I start
You know, I,
snooping.
I just thought about something. I called you about the time that show was on. I couldn't get you on the phone, Bubba.
I
I
wasn't
think you're watching
watching.
it. I think you're watching it.
Look, if I did watch it, I'd tell you, I'd be proud of it. Hmm. But Whoopi Goldberg and Charlemagne, oh God, almost got into it today.
I heard about that. I didn't see it, but I heard about it. It
Yeah,
was a headline to
they
come
just
across.
left it out. But I thought we was gonna have our girl fight on there. See what I did there?
Yes.
Uh, come on.
Fetterman says he's unsure on Hegseth, but he considers maybe a yes vote on DeSantis.
Wow. I think they would both do a good job. I think that just the sheer
Peter Navarro is picked for trade manufacturing role. Remember, they locked Peter Navarro up for a bit.
yes,
Paul Atkins to run the SEC. Gail Slater to lead the DOJ's antitrust division. Let's see. Driscoll for Secretary of Army. Bowler as envoy for hostage affairs. He's rolling at them fast today.
yes, he is. Hey, I want to throw this out about
Billy Long for IRS commissioner. I hope he's doing some dismantling.
Yes. I would like to throw out about the whole Hesketh thing and DeSantis. I think either one of those would do outstanding in that job. I think I would still love to see Hesketh get it because it would just infuriate and upset and tick off so many people. I hope he gets it. And that's probably
President
wrong.
Trump has asked a Georgia appeals court on Wednesday to end the criminal case against him.
Yeah.
Funny. Oh, funny. Or Fanny, as he would
I
say.
think that name is pronounced Fanny. It's not Fonny.
In South Georgia, it probably is, but that's not the way. That's not the tense that she puts on. It's funny. Funny.
Fonny is what you call a fanny.
Wouldn't that just make them sick at the belly if they had to drop those charges?
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
I mean, they were lining up to run this guy to the stake, man. I mean, they were going to hang him out and carry his carcass through the streets of the city in several cities and be the conquering prosecutors. Yeah, get Trump. And it's all backed up on them now.
Yeah. What about those 34 counts? Have we done anything about that yet?
I don't know anything about it. And I don't guess there was any decision made in New York on about the trial we're watching either. I don't think anything came down about that either. That would be all over the news if it was. So.
Yeah, and I know those 34 counts is under appeal. That's ridiculous. There was no crime. I mean, the banks were happy with it. You know, if the banks didn't complain and they got paid back and the whole 9 yards, what is their deal?
And by the way, you made a statement this morning, and it might be right. I'm not saying it's not right. But you just throwed it out there. I mean, you throwed that moose up on the table, and you throwed it up there, a big old hairy, smelly moose, like it was true. And I don't know that it's true.
What you got?
You said, this is Rob. Rob said that Fonny had her dress on backwards that day.
When she was in court, everybody was commenting and talking about it, that she had her dress on backwards, making a statement. Let's see here. I'll pull this up.
You said that like a matter of fact. And I don't know if that's the fact, Jack. I'm just saying.
Hey, let's throw this up there. All right, this is on on TikTok, no. Facebook, no. Who do we want to go to for this? I can tell you what Glenn Beck said. How about that? Would that be okay?
That's a well. What did he say? Then I'll tell you if it's okay or not.
Glenn Beck posted, was Fannie whatever Willis wearing her dress backwards during her testimony? Fashion expert at Hillary Kennedy breaks down the theory. Usually, if a dress zips up the front, the zipper is a little more decorative.
That don't sound like fact to me.
Well, I just said that's what everybody's saying. I hadn't heard any disproving of it. So it's saying they're saying now that it was not. All right, let me retract that. I apologize if she had her dress on
Okay,
right cut out,
because I don't I
but
think that was refuted. That's why I said that.
but
It's funny. It's funny when you said it. I just let it go, but it was funny. But I don't think that it was on backwards.
okay. Well, uh,
Now there's some other things that was happening that day and going on that to me are the bigger question, but I'm not going to go there. But that was a topic of discussion that day.
yes. Okay. Well, I didn't see where they refuted that, and I apologize. Uh,
Did you ever see
it looked
the
backward.
meme or the video where uh, they asked that guy that she was seeing the question? He thinks he's thinking for like, I don't know, it seemed like 2 minutes. I mean, he's like, and they had her like in the little bubble, like, cause he's like looking up. Those were hilarious. But
Yes.
that was a sad comedy. It was a tragic comedy to watch, and just showed it was just embarrassing for the state of Georgia to me, and the fact that these were supposed to be professionals and how they acted and everything in a court of law. But
Yeah.
you know,
We
so
gonna
we'll.
go on vacation together. It's a work trip. I'm gonna pay you back in cash. I gotta put that up. Michael, you own it tonight, Bubba. uh, there was a grandmother in Pennsylvania that has disappeared, and they think that she got swallowed up in a sinkhole.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes,
Horrible.
and it's from a former the Margaret Mine, which was last operated in 1952. She was looking for a cat. They're still expressing hope that she could be found alive. Uh, so they found no sign of her yet. So, oh, that's horrible. It's not a good thing. We don't have many mine shafts around here. So, okay. Now, I'm going to throw this out. This is the first full day of jury deliberation from the Daniel Penny trial, correct?
I think so.
All right. So now they've had a full day. What are they talking about? Okay. I don't see where this guy did anything wrong except act in defense of others. What is so hard about this to understand? I mean, these are New Yorkers up there, right? And they can't understand. I mean, uh, and now they're going out there. The prosecutors are going out there and making these things. Well, he may not get, uh, 10 years or whatever. And they're doing this thing. Well, he may not get any time. It's okay to find him guilty and stuff like that. They shouldn't be doing that. They need to keep their mouths shut. They've made their case. Now they're going out and trying to make a case in public, in the court of the public. They shut their mouth. They ain't nothing to do with them. Uh, yeah, there's at least two mines over in Alabama. Yeah, I'm sure there's some type of mines, but I mean, like these big coal mines and stuff like that. It's just now we do have sinkholes, but it's not like because of that. Oh, where'd Dave go? There he is.
I'm here.
Okay. So, yeah, we're kind of going off on our little rabbit holes here, chasing down news stories and stuff like that. And we've been talking about this stuff here off and on all day. Yeah, he's trained to react, you know, and that's what people don't understand. This man was trained to react to danger and a threat. He was trained for it. Did he put a chokehold on the guy? They're saying that it probably wasn't even a chokehold. Or if it wasn't applied properly. And it looks to me like he's just trying to restrain him until the police can get there so nobody gets hurt. And he comes in threatening everybody, everybody on the train. And you've got mothers and their children on there, and they came in to testify. Some of them actually thanked him for doing his part there, and now the next time somebody sees some mess like this is another thing that's been talked about a lot. Now, if somebody else sees somebody in trouble on a train like that, they ain't gonna do nothing. Well, look what happened to Daniel Penny. He got involved, and they put him in prison.
So what you think of those, Rob? What you think of those? On your phone.
Oh.
On your phone? Your phone.
They're just now coming in.
No, okay. It takes a second.
Yeah, and let me put this thing over here. I'll watch it. I gotta have my phone in a certain place so I can get stuff. So.
Is that where the hot spot just is the hottest?
Huh? Yes, it's the hottest of the hot spots.
You got to put the hottest of the hot.
Yeah. Hey, that works. That works. You got the clickbait side good. All right. Thank you. That looks good. Yeah. I'm just glad
That's worth $10.
Huh? Do what?
I said it's worth $10.
Yeah, and I'm glad I had my hat on because you look like you got a real big forehead in that picture.
Well, I know. I should have sent her one with a hat on. That's my fault. You can make fun of me.
I can't make fun of you too much because we go to the beach, Yeah, y'all got to come down in the summertime so we can go down to Florida. We'll get some more underwater footage. Ha ha ha! Would you do that, Dave? Would you go free diving with me?
The tourist time.
Yeah. Well, it got refuted by the defense attorneys brought in an expert witness, and he completely threw her report under the bus. He said she's wrong, and went through and listed why, and it's factually accurate. So, and that's the thing, But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's going to come down to what the jury believes and who the jury believes is accurate. So, yes. All right. Let's see. Who else have we got going on here today? Now, the quarterback that took the big hit the other day when he was sliding and the guy just clobbered him,
Yeah,
he's out,
Trevor.
huh?
Yeah, he got hurt pretty good.
He's out for the
That guy
season.
sus- that guy's suspended for 3 games, I think it is.
Well, he's suspended for 3 games, but they lost that guy for the rest of the season. And I think that he should be out for the rest of the season as well. Because that was uncalled for. The guy was sliding. And I know they try to do it at the last minute. And I know people have fake slid before. But come
Yeah,
on.
but he was obviously not faking. I mean, at
Yeah,
that point.
yeah. And then just clobber him. It's like that the video they show of the special needs kid, running down the field. He's going to score a touchdown, gets down the 10-yard line, and some big old dude just comes in and clocks him. Now, I know that's fake, but, that's kind of what it looked like to me. The quarterback from Cedartown, I don't know if he's from Cedartown or not. Sorry. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he's from Cedartown. Yeah,
Okay.
he is. That was a big get for Clemson. Straight out of Georgia.
Well, Speaker Johnson went up on my thing a little bit too today. He's setting eyes on cutting government spending, vows to take a blowtorch to the regulatory state. Hey, man, come on, let's do this. Let's cut some spending. Let's make America have money. Uh, uh, that'd be nice for America to have money, wouldn't it? And quit going in debt. Hmm. So, and because we're going in the wrong direction, you cannot borrow your way out of debt. It don't work. Some point in time, you got to start paying back. So,
Well, Joe, just take your money.
did he was taking it?
He likes spending your money.
Yeah. Well, he's spending everything he can right now. That's for sure.
Hello, Platinum Winds. How are you doing tonight?
Up, up. Hey, it's time to run a couple of commercials. You want to run us a couple? Let me go fill up my coffee.
Well, let me post these two
All right.
messages in, and then we'll do that. Let me catch
It's
up here a little bit.
We're just hanging out and being pretty. Well, one of us is. Yes, make America wealthy again. And you do that by cutting spending and everything else. You could probably do away with about half the people in the government agencies up there and still have plenty to do the job. But they might have to go to the office to go to work. They don't have to do it from home.
All right, let's run a couple of
Thank you very
things, and then
much.
we'll be right back. Go get your coffee, young man.
I'm going, sir. I'm going. I'm going to drop me down.
All right. The Southern Fried Podcast wants you to know that Lane Funeral Home, Southcrest Chapel, here in Rossville, Georgia, is going to be having a holiday open house, and you're invited. This open house will be Thursday, December 12th at 9 a.m. Also, light breakfast and door prizes will be available. Remember, you are not alone when moments matter the most. Lane Funeral Home, Southcrest Chapel at 833 Chickamauga Avenue, Rossville, Georgia. The telephone is listed there on the screen. Please plan to attend. Hey folks, Dave in the AM here with the Southern Fried Podcast and the Cornbread Nation. For many weeks now, me and Rob have been telling you about our affiliation with Dubby Energy Drinks. I've been drinking some of them on the show, and I just got in today the powdered version, and this is the Palm Blom version of this. And hey, I tell you that it gives you the focus and the energy without the jitters or the crash. There's no sugars, no fillers, no artificial dyes. So get you some W today. Use the promo code Southern Fried, and you'll get 10% off each and every order. Not only can you get the energy drinks, but you can also get some cool merch items. In fact, soon we're going to have a hat to show you as an example of some of those things. There's shirts and other things you can get as well as containers to mix up the powder and the water into that you can carry with you. We appreciate your support of the Southern Fried Podcast and also of W Energy Drinks. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Hey, this is Dave in the AM with your MAGA Minute for Monday, December the 2nd. Welcome back after the holiday. If we want to make America great again, we have got to hurry up and get rid of the Biden crime family. I don't know if you saw the news, but after President Biden pardoned his son Hunter, one of the comments he made is, "Enough is enough." His enough is enough statement was about what he believed was the perceived attacks by everyone on him and his family. And because of him, Hunter had received undue treatment. Let's spin that around. If we want to make America greater again, or greater, or great, or however you want to say it, great, greater, greatest, enough is enough. Yes, Americans, we are sick and tired of the Biden crime family. You can like this statement or not, but he's got to go. Enough is enough, Joe. We agree with you. For once we agree, although you don't like the way we agree with that. He must go, and Hunter must go, and the rest of that whole rotten family must go. Enough is enough. Yes, sir. We say it. You may leave. Enough is enough. Mammoth Nation, also one of our affiliates. We appreciate them and what they stand for. American companies promoting American values. Mammoth Nation. Use the QR code and become a member of the Mammoth Nation and support these different vendors. We're going to be highlighting some of them. I was hoping to do that tonight. Didn't get time today, but that will happen soon. And we're going to highlight some of those things that we believe in, and we'll be ordering some of those things as well. So appreciate Mammoth Nation, all they stand for. We're excited to be a part of their organization. What a great bunch of people, and we appreciate it. Don't forget some of our friends, too. We think about, I know through this last weekend, Three Ravens Publishing, they've been releasing a lot of titles, and we appreciate them. I'm reading on 2 of their books right now. Well, I just got one. I've just started it, and I'm about 40% into the other one. But I appreciate them, and they stay active and busy, and they're just great people. We've also been trying to get some help for Greg Smith, our backwoods cryptid fella. He's a great guy. He's having a little financial trouble. I know a lot of people are. If you can ship something in, we put that in I'll get Rob to put that back up. His cash out. If you can afford a couple of bucks, we sent him something, and he appreciate that a whole lot. So wife is pregnant. Just trying to make it. You know how it is. You know how things get tough, and we all have that happen. So if y'all can't help him, he's a great guy. We'll pop that up in a few minutes. And I'm back, and Rob will be back in a minute, and on his coffee run and whatever else. He's probably playing with the cats in there, Chuck. But yeah, Platinum Winds, it's good to have you here. I appreciate the comments, everybody else, Michael, Celtic Blacksmith, and anybody else, whoever's watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of the Southern Fried Podcast family, and also we appreciate the the support that you give us and the encouragement. And when we started this thing, we're just into our 7th month. We did not know what to expect, and we were just trying to I will, Bess. Give me just a few minutes. But yeah, we didn't know what to expect, and the response has been great. We've got a lot of friends out there. We made some new friends too. We appreciate
Yes.
each and every one, and new things are coming all the time. So yeah, that looks great there, Bess, and I'll take care of you here in just a minute. Give me just a minute. But Michael says, oh, by the way, there's a great guy that I was reading some of his stuff today. Yeah, there's a lot going on, but I think that, and I'll probably make my MAGA minute on it tomorrow. We got to get the heck out of Syria, man. That's a Ukraine. We got to get out of that one, and we got to get out of Syria. We need to just leave and say, look, you're on your own. We've done enough. It's settle this thing and let's get out. These two fighting entities, or really more than that, the ISIS and you got the Sunnis and the Shias fighting in Syria. We can't win in that situation. We cannot win. Biden is basically joining forces with the old Al Qaeda, basically ISIS elements, against the Sunni, against the Shia, which is Assad and Russia over there. We don't need to be in the middle of that mess. We do not need to be in the middle of that mess. It's just wrong. But it's enough's enough, man. But yeah. We don't need to be over there tiptoeing with the Russians, and we don't need to be, playing footsies with Al Qaeda terrorists and everything else. Let's get our people and get the heck out. That's what I say. Enough's enough.
Syria produced.
They want World War III. You're right. I mean, they would like to cause chaos. Absolutely.
Enough, people. Come on. We got more oil in this country than all the others put together, probably. And we don't need their oil. We need to be using ours. Come on. More jobs, more energy, lower prices, make America affordable again. Come on.
Oh yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, Michael, we can sure enough pray for you, and I understand.
I understand, brother.
Yeah.
Michael, you got to cash out. We'll throw up and see if we can't get some help for you, brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got some sort of way to do that? That's the thing today,
And this is something I do like. That House Speaker Mike Johnson said he would like to cut spending for PBS. I'm kind of a fan for this because PBS is definitely a one-sided news organization. They do not cover both sides. So why are we paying for them? Why are our tax dollars from half the country who doesn't really want to hear what they have to say funding them? It's just another mouthpiece that is, it's public broadcasting. Be public. Don't be partisan. Be bipartisan. That means cover both sides of the story, just in case you didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Our national debt's going through the roof, and y'all
don't know what Cash App is, or Chime, or anything like that.
I imagine Doge is going to have fun. Huh? That would be nice to have our government spending cut by $2 trillion. That would be awesome. My Square from doing tire work. What is My Square? So this could be
That's
awesome.
a thing you plug into. You can put on your phone.
Yeah, I think cutting government spending would be awesome Awesome. Let's do it. Come on, guys. You know, um, square card process. Okay. Yeah, that the government spending cuts, the Doge thing that's coming out. I'm so excited about this. I mean, if we cut our government spending down and we can get back to being energy independent, man, this country can go
Yeah.
so far. And we keep hamstringing ourselves, and I don't understand it. Uh, Everybody's wanting to do handouts, handouts, handouts. How many millions or billions, whatever it is, has Biden forgiven on the college loans? You know, come on.
We got to take
Yeah,
care of the lazy folks who, Rob, you got to support them.
yeah. Well, and meanwhile, some of us, have things where we can't work and we can get no help. You know, this is ridiculous. You know, uh, Yeah, yeah, Steve. Yeah. Uh, mm. Read the side of that cup there to me. Emphasize the second word.
The second word.
What does it say? I hadn't even noticed. Come on. Let's see it. He called you out. Let's see it.
Which cup?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. What cup are you drinking out of?
The cup of BS? I mean,
The foam one you sip from.
oh, the foam one? Polar Pop. That's what they call it. Polar Pop.
Polar Pop. Well, I don't
Yeah,
get it.
that's what's on it. It's from the old Circle
Oh,
K.
it should say Polar Coke, not Polar Pop. What in the world? You drinking
And it
pop?
says on the other side, it says
Oh,
stays colder longer.
uh, don't start it with me. It's not a pop.
I forgot about that cup.
What do you mean take that, Rob? I ain't got to take that. I will, but it's not a pop. It's a Coke. For a
I
soda.
promise you, this ain't no Coke.
uh, I'm sorry, y'all don't know the right words for things. I mean, boom, take that, Rob. Uh, Make me cry. Don't make me cry, Steve. Mm. uh, uh, my goodness. Uh, okay, we'll call. Okay, Dave drinks pop, not Coke. Okay, so uh, yeah, uh, that's not very nice, Dave. Not very nice. Um, didn't have to point
I
that
think
out.
he got you, man.
He didn't have to point that out. Kind of hurts my feeling a little bit.
That's pretty observant there, Steve.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm just saying, Uh, uh, oh my goodness. Oh, here's a story. It's sports, but it works. Ravens suspend Deontay Johnson one game after he refused to play versus the Eagles. That was after they had a bye week too. Uh, so it was a difficult decision to suspend him. He won't play in following the team's bye week against the Giants. Wow. Well, if he's not going to play, then I wouldn't play him. I don't see where there's an issue there. I mean, he's being paid to play football. Get out there and play. I mean, come on. That's what they're paying you to do, and you refuse to play, then, of course, they don't say why he refused to play. So, I don't know. Wow. I mean, okay. I'm going to say something, okay? And people are going to agree or disagree with this, and it's up to the people and what they think. And everybody's entitled to their opinion, okay? If you're being paid to play a game, a game now, and you're great at that game or you're good at that game and you're making money for it, great. I am happy for you. Play the game. Play the game. Yeah, that was my big issue with FSU last year when Georgia played them, and it wasn't the national title game. And Florida, FSU may have gotten robbed on that. Don't know. We'll never know if they got robbed on that because they were like, oh, if it's not a national title game, I'm just not going to play. I might get hurt and not be able to play in the NFL. I understand that. There's some fear there, but you're making money now, NIL money. So you're making money. You have committed to play the season. The season's not over till the bowl games are over. And you robbed your fan base for a good bowl game. I mean, you had to go with backups and everything else because your stars just sat the game out. I think that is horrible. I think it's a bad precedent. You robbed your fans and the Georgia fans from a game. You stole that game from us, and we don't appreciate it. We'll never know. Could FSU have actually beaten Georgia that year? Maybe, but we'll never know. I think that's hogwash.
Well,
they've changed all these rules around. I understand.
I have changed somewhat on this opinion.
Okay.
Because at that point, they were not being paid. Well, and even still, they wouldn't be paid like they would be. Most of them are not, and some of them, they're putting maybe their career on the line. So I mean, I know there's a couple ways to look at that, but they do.
But
some of them are going ahead because a lot of the NFL stuff that where you go and get ready, they're not sitting down. They just go jump into that. I mean, I get it. In one way, I get it, but in another way, you're asking a kid to risk his whole career over a game that, at the end of the day, doesn't measure up to that.
Let me word this another way, and I think this is a problem in this country. They obligated themselves to play for a full season. They obligated themselves and said, we're going to play. And they got scholarships and everything else. They were paid to play via scholarship.
They weren't paid. I mean, they were paid with a scholarship and meals and stuff, but still,
if you don't meet your obligations as grown-ups, you and I, if we don't meet our obligations, it's not something like, oh, well, that's okay. We'll just overlook that. We'll
So
give
you never called in sick in your life?
didn't say that. I didn't say that. But they didn't call in sick, and they were very blunt about.
You never took a personal day. You never said, "I'm just not going to be there."
That's something completely different.
How's it different?
Again, they already had 6 days off. Okay. But they were obligated to play that game. And how many of them? They were all sick. Come on, man.
So you're gonna put your whole future earnings on the line for that one game.
Fan base that rooted for you all season long and pulled for you to succeed, and then just drop the ball on them on the last day of the season, last game of the season. That's what you think is appropriate.
I didn't say that I liked the way it's set up, but the way that they had set all that for these kids who were not being paid, other than that scholarship, I get it, but they weren't being paid like these kids are today. They didn't have those deals in place. Unless they had an insurance policy that covered them in case they got injured, they were putting their whole career on the line, their future career.
Okay.
Where they were going to make a lot of money.
So your obligations don't matter anymore. If it's a risk to you, your obligations don't matter.
There's people sit out all the time that have obligations.
Mm-hmm. I don't agree with it. We're going to agree to disagree. I think if you say you're going to play for the full season, you need to play for the full season. And this sitting out because of the draft, that's...
Very few people play for a whole season anyway. I mean, think about baseball players. They don't play a whole season. They take games off and rest. Some of them have even... NBA players have taken off games. It's just the way of the world, man. You're just going to have to deal with it. It's not going to change. In fact, it's going to increase. With the playoff going on and now the paying to play and all that. I mean, I'm just saying, it's a different world. It's a different world. But then that same argument you're saying, the coaches themselves set the precedent because they bailed on their teams when they got a bigger deal and they split. Don't just talk about players. Coaches themselves have bailed on their team to take another deal. They didn't commit. You're not saying, were they committed for a whole season? Were they committed for a whole season to coach that team?
If you're going to take it there, I mean, I've seen pastors leave churches and go to another church because it was a better gig.
Sure. It's happened.
I've seen all kind of people do that.
You're making my point for me. I'm saying that people have to make decisions. The best decision for them.
Well, I think they're a bunch of sissies for not playing in the game, personally. And I don't think they met up to the obligation.
And you don't think that Georgia hasn't done the exact same thing before?
It was disrespectful to the fans on both sides of the ball.
You don't think Georgia players haven't done that before?
I know they have. I'm saying it's wrong. I'm not saying
it's just the way it is, man.
It's used. I'm just saying that game was pitiful.
Who makes the money off of that? Who made the money off that game?
All right, now see, I'm tired and I'm frustrated and you're making me turn red. Quit it. Obligations are obligations. If you're going to make an obligation as a grown man and a citizen, whatever, you need to try to meet that obligation. Now,
all right, let me ask you another way.
Sat out because they didn't get ranked high enough to play in the national championship. Is that why they sat out? I mean, we don't have any control over that. Georgia didn't have any control over that.
Let's spin this another way. Do you believe when you leave a job, you should work a notice?
Yes.
If a company came to you and they said, we want you right now and we're going to give you a bonus to start tomorrow, would you do it?
No.
People make decisions, Rob. And they got to make the decisions that's right for them. You can't ask a kid to put his knee on the line for a game that really didn't matter for them. They've got things to play for. I've changed on this because of that. Because what you're trying to make them satisfy it for you. They don't owe you a dang thing.
Okay.
They don't.
So
we seem to think of that way as fans, that they owe us something. They don't owe us a thing. It's all about being paid. It's all about being paid. This is a business, dude. This is a business, and you better understand that, because it's a business. It's not all the, and that's what I always heard. And all these people said, I watch college football because it's all from the heart. It's all because of the love of the game. Horse manure. They did it because they're getting something. And these fans have got to understand that. And it's just become more pronounced now. And the control that these universities had over these players, where some of them, all of them pulled it, where they wouldn't let them leave, and they try to, leave, and they try to, where they couldn't stay in the same league and everything. I mean, look how they've done these players. They made billions and billions of dollars off these players. What did they get out of it? They did get the education. They did get that degree. Yes, but come on. Does that measure up against the billions that was being made? We just got to look at it a different way, man. We just got to look at it a different way.
No, I don't. I can turn TV off. I don't have to look at it anyway. But here's my thing.
They do that, Michael, don't they? Yeah, where's the loyalty that way? Right. I know. I've seen that too.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to say, I'm going to word it this way. If you don't meet your obligations, like say you're doing contract work, and your contract is for 6 months, and you do 5 months of work, do you think they should just give you that last month for free? Is that what you're saying?
Do what?
Do what?
Say it again.
Contract to do a job, and the job takes 6 months. All right. If 5 months work runs out, do you think they ought to just go ahead and pay you for that 6 month? Or are you going to
when the job's done? The job's done.
Okay. But what if you don't finish the job and you quit after 5 months and there's still a month to go? Should you get paid?
Have you ever quit a job?
Yeah, you have too, probably. But
I mean, I'm just saying it, Rob. You're making it sound like the plantation. They don't have to stay there.
No, I didn't either. But
I'm free to do whatever I want to do.
They're still getting their degree. I didn't get paid for leaving. They still got paid. They still got their degree or whatever. All right. I'm just saying.
Some of them didn't get their degree. They left and didn't get it.
Yeah.
The degree is not just, you don't just get it. They don't just hand it to you. Some of them had to go back later after their NFL or NBA career or whatever and get their degree. And a lot of them did. Some didn't, but a lot have.
I don't care what you say. If you are said,
you have a right to make a business decision.
If you think it's okay.
It's not slavery, man.
Play a season of football, and that includes the bowl game, and you don't complete that, it's wrong. It's wrong.
It's a business decision.
But
it's
that
a business
decision was made. They made the decision.
They have a right. They have a right to make that decision.
I'm going to play a season of football, and they didn't play their season.
They have a right to make that decision.
No, I have the right not to support it.
It's not slavery, man.
I have the right to gripe at them about it.
You can gripe about it, but that don't change the dynamic.
It's wrong. Care what dynamic and what kind of colored glasses you're looking at.
Let me tell you something, Rob, and I know you know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. People are going to do what they want to do, and that's just the way it is. Yeah. They make a decision for themselves, the best decision for themselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes other people are not going to like that decision. That's not a news break. That's just truth.
Yeah.
People do what they feel are right for them. And that's the freedom we have. They made a decision that game was not beneficial for them to play in because they risked injury or whatever, and they went ahead and prepared themselves for the NFL draft.
Okay.
And you know what? They got the right to do that.
So let me ask you this. Okay. Do you think it's wrong for the Ravens to suspend Deontay Johnson for refusing to play versus the Eagles?
if it's in his contract to play, they have a right. It's in the agreement they have with the players union, but that's a union deal. There's not a union in college football. I mean, there's things that the union and they agree on. They come to a labor agreement. That's not a union in college football.
Make all the excuses you want. They obligated themselves to
That's
play.
not an excuse, Rob. This is real life.
They didn't do it.
Different. If you sign a contract, then you can still stop. You can still quit. You might get a penalty. You might get fined. But you still, there's nobody can make you do anything that you don't want to do.
Absolutely. But why?
Speed limit signs on the highway does not make you drive 55.
Where is the? We're not fighting. We're talking. It's the way we discuss stuff, Steve. We're not fighting. He's just wrong.
I just want to know who's mom and dad.
And I'm on the right side.
Are you mom?
No.
Are you mom?
Oh, hell no.
He said mom and dad.
I'm
dad.
No.
Say dad.
Your little sister.
You just sound. Listen, Rob. I get it. I get everything you're saying. But you're living in a fantasy world, dude. You're living in a fantasy world.
Well, it's my world.
You're living in this pomp of. It's a fantasy world. It doesn't exist. What you're talking about, it doesn't exist anymore. It's gone.
I think that's part of what's wrong with this country. If you say you're going to do something, do it.
Well, Joe did. He wants to send some more money to Ukraine. He's just going to do it. Just do it.
Come on, man.
He sent $1 billion to Africa. He's just going to do it.
That was.
Yeah, you made a decision, man. You made a decision based on what was right for you.
I don't see how that's going to be right for him, but we'll see. I mean, what's going to happen to it now?
Let's take it a little further. I love the discussion. Sandy Koufax sat out a World Series game. Why? Because he's a Jewish guy, and it was Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur. And he said, I will not play on that day. That is a religious holiday for me. And he took the stand.
Yeah.
He made a decision, Rob, based on his belief system to not play. What about players that leave and go see their wife when their baby's being born? They're in a contract to play a game.
Yeah,
but when the baby's being born, that's a life experience. They make a decision to be there for their wife and kid. No different, dude. They made decisions, man. Let it go.
You're talking about bringing in family and religious beliefs on somebody.
It's decisions.
I didn't get what I wanted. I'm not.
It's decisions, dude.
There's a big difference.
A lot of Christians play on Sunday. They make a decision to play on Sunday because that's when they play.
We're going to agree to disagree.
It's your life.
Get off this one because we're going to agree to disagree because I think you're wrong. You think I'm wrong. And it just ain't go to work. Love you, brother.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you live in a fantasy world.
Well.
Fantasy world.
Okay. Then that should apply to everything. To everything. We need to apply that rule to. All right? I'm doing a podcast and we normally run.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, see?
There he is.
I didn't make my contractual obligation. I'm still here. I didn't go anywhere. But what would be the sense of, we're not even obligated for this. Well, we normally run 2 hours. If I cut out early,
we do.
We both have done it. But it wasn't because we didn't get our way on something. It was because things happen. And that wasn't things happen.
You just made my point.
No.
You just made my point.
Don't you backtrack on me. If you talk over me either, I'm not making you the point.
Thanks, Rob.
It's not a
you just made my point.
It's a selfish decision. But you hurt other people in the process. So.
I love it.
Made the rest of your team look silly out there.
Chupacabra, baby.
That's right. When you get down here, we're gonna go find that chupacabra, and when we find him,
The last thing I would say on it is you're not even a Florida State fan, so why do you care? Like, who cares? You're getting your blood pressure up over. You don't even like Florida State. Like, who cares? Who cares?
You know, I just didn't like it because it did affect us. We had a sorry game. We just beat this ever loving snot out of them. It wasn't a good game. What's a cash out?
I loved it. It's an app on your phone, brother. You can download it.
Michael, okay.
Send money. It sends money back and forth. It's just like Chime or any of the others. So it's an app, Cash App.
No. Me. I've been watching more.
I love it. Love it.
I've been watching more Mindy ad libs, so don't mess with me. Nano. I'm sorry, Mork and Mindy was a great show. It was a little bit silly, but it was all right. All right, well, looks like we're fixed to start on a little bit of a warming trend coming up here in the deep, dirty South, as they call it. We got about a 6% chance of rain overnight tonight, and then into the day tomorrow. Looks like we got a 55 to 6% chance. Low in the morning is going to be 29. Low on Friday's 28. Then it's going to warm up. Saturday 32, Sunday 51, Monday 62. Going to get up into the 70s on Monday. If we keep this up, we'll be back bass fishing here for long. Make me happy. Yep. So get some fishing going. You liked Alf. What? Nobody liked Alf except for the fact that he ate cats.
I liked Alf.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was a funny show. Steve says, stop snowing up here Sunday night for a few hours. Almost. Wow.
It was almost up to your belt in your yard. I hope you were wearing your belt around your knees. If it's belt deep, I ain't getting out in that. No.
My kind of guy.
Wait a minute. I'll put that back up there. All right. Let me explain stuff to you there, Steve. You own the entire series of Alf on DVD. You just lost
a true American. American.
Oh my gosh. Although I did watch an episode the other day, the pilot, so it's because he ate cats and I was letting Chuck watch it, show him what could happen to him.
Everybody must have a comedy break. It's important.
You've watched it all twice. Look, there are some series that you can watch twice. I happen to think that Serenity was one of those, or Firefly, and then the movie was Serenity. Firefly was one of those series that you could watch twice. Definitely. Any of the Star Trek series you can watch multiple times. It's okay, except for Deep Space Nine. But come on, Alf. Now you can watch Monty Python stuff like the Holy Grail and all that kind of. You can watch it multiple times.
I was never a fan of Monty Python. I just never cared for the humor.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. God. I'm not a fan of some of that.
Well, it's got some. What do you mean calling me a nerd? I know I'm a nerd.
I'm a Trekkie too.
Do you like Star Wars, Steve? Oh yeah. Live long and prosper.
Yes.
Do you like Star Wars, Steve? Do you like Anakin? That's one of the things I didn't like about Star Wars. Absolutely. How can you not appreciate that humor, Dave? Um, and yes, Steve likes Star Wars. So my big thing with the whole Star Wars thing is we went back and did the prequels and made Vader into a whiny little boy. Yeah, I didn't like that.
I think he was probably a Luke fan. He probably had the Luke outfit running
He
around.
probably did. And he's from Ohio, so he probably kissed his sister too. Take that.
Oh man,
Call me a nerd.
you just pulled a Lando on him. Wow, dude,
That was a good one.
man, Rob throwing daggers tonight.
Yeah.
Luke, I am your father.
Who's got your sister?
Oh man,
Oh, y'all didn't realize they filmed Star Wars in Alabama, did you?
Plex Banjo.
Yep, they filmed Star Wars in Alabama. Luke and Leia met at a family reunion.
Oh man, there you go, jumping on Alabama again. Sorry to the great
Sorry,
state of Alabama.
It's a stereotype I'm kind of stuck on. I didn't make a
Oh,
stereotype. I just think it's funny. Now. Have you ever heard that song Ned Beatty had the hardest part?
and you ding-a-ling, they filmed that movie in Georgia, so you're mocking your own. It's not Alabama. Those were Georgians.
North Georgia.
No, that's north. That's north east. That's the other side of the state, bro.
Oh my goodness.
That's me too, Steve. I don't get into it so deep, but you have to got to critique that thing all the way down. I can't stand that. Just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, it's science fiction.
Yeah, have fun with it. Have fun with it.
Keyword is fiction. Same thing with Star Trek. There's a lot of stuff they say, well, Star Trek's more, and this just irks me. They start comparing Star Trek and Star Wars. Well, Star Trek is more scientifically sound. No, it's not. It's science fiction. Fiction. Well, you couldn't really do that in Star Wars. It's fiction. It's not real. Oh, both sides. Stop it. Although,
Would you dress up in a Star?
What?
Would you dress up in a Star Trek or Star Wars outfit to go get free tickets at a movie?
No. No. I might do it just out of sheer orneriness, but I'm not going to do it to get free nothing. Nothing. Oh. I would dress up.
You never did.
I would dress up. I'd be more apt to dress up as one of the Monty Python characters or somebody out of The Princess Bride. I got a bone to pick with Resident Evil, the game. Okay. A good friend of mine, we were bunked base there for a while, and we played the original game, Resident Evil. And, oh my gosh, he was working nights, I was working days, and we would stop and leave notes on a notepad for each other on what we'd made it through and what we were doing. And we played that game all the way through. It was a challenge. We had to think, we had to figure stuff out. Then they came out with Resident Evil 2. We were like, yes. And we went and we got the game and we started playing it and it sucked. They dumbed that thing down so far.
Did you just say you had to think and it was work? Is that what you just said?
You had to work at it. You had to figure it out.
You had to work to think? Is that what I'm trying to figure out what you just said there?
Oh, exactly what I said. You had to work the game. You had to think about it. Yes, we can all agree on the Princess.
I can do it. I can think. I can do it. Oh.
No. I'm talking about the game. I'm talking about the movie. I'm talking about the game. The second Resident Evil game blew chunks everywhere. You shut your face hole. Mm. Tell me shut my.
Usually I say pie hole. That's a face hole now.
Well, it's a Ohio. In Georgia, we say
Ohio.
no. All right. But yes, let's get back to The Princess Bride. Dave, yes or no?
I never watched it.
Oh. Oh, you're fixing to get it now. He has never watched The Princess Bride. Yes,
Hey,
PayPal is
Michael, you can do it as a download. I'm sure it's an app on your phone too. You can do and download as an app. Yes. You don't understand? What's to understand?
how can you not have seen The Princess Bride, one of the most classic movies of all time?
Who? What? Why should I have watched it? Why? Give me
It
the
is
why.
hilarious. It is entertaining. It is good. There's no foul language. Well, there's one time.
It's not my
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of comedy, and I just don't like it.
Oh, dude, it was amazing.
For you, I don't care for it.
Yeah.
It's like Young Frankenstein or The Bride of all that stuff. I don't care for it.
Oh, dude, Young Frankenstein's a. Oh,
I'm gonna blow your socks off with this one.
yeah.
I was never a fan of Blazing Saddles.
Oh, take that back. You take that back right now. No, you take that back. Mm-mm. That's not nice. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. And Andre the freaking Giant's in it.
I was never a fan of
What he
Andre
was
the
playing?
Giant either.
Guess what he was playing? A
I'm
giant.
throwing it down tonight. I can
Uh,
talk about all those things, but I was never a fan of that. It's Humpday, baby.
mm.
Stepping on hearts.
I saw a thing today where they were comparing Democrats to the cast of Monty Python and the Holy Grail because the Democrats are running away from everything and everyone. And so, like, in Monty Python and the Holy Grail, they go running up, they're going to attack, and attack, and they're getting their butts whipped, and it's run away. And I just found it very funny. So, but that's okay. Steve gets it. Uh, Steve gets that.
What was that movie?
Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail.
I never watched it either.
Yeah,
I told you I'm not a fan of Monty
I
Python.
know,
I'm just
I know,
not. It's
I
not
know. I'm
my.
just saying, but they were
It's not my
comparing.
humor, man.
I understand that, but they were comparing the Democrats and liberals to the cast
Yeah,
of Monty.
yeah. That's cool. It's cool.
It's news, dude. It's news. But please tell me, please tell me that you have seen the movie Jaws.
I have seen it.
Okay. Oh my gosh. There's hope for you. Somewhere, somehow. There's a little bit of hope for you.
Can I?
No.
And I tell you something.
Yeah.
I was never really a fan of it either.
I don't care you've seen it. Oh. Mm. All right, so
What's the draw? Tell me what's the draw?
it's
It's a
exciting.
bunch of people going to a beach, and this guy's anxiety's up because of some big shark. And you, as a shark person, should hate the movie because it's a stereotype against sharks. And how many sharks probably got killed because of that? You should hate it.
There are such thing as what they call rogue sharks that was depicted in that movie. There are such things as that. I'm just saying. Yeah. What does Dave like? Let's talk about Dave now. What movie? What is your favorite movie?
What kind of movie? What genre?
Okay. Favorite comedy movie?
Oh, you see, I don't really do comedy, but one of the movies that I've liked that I laugh at a lot because I like dry humor and stuff. I mean, there's several, but I like What About Bob? That's a real funny movie for me. It gets me out of my doldrums. I love What About Bob? I could watch
Groundhog.
that every day. I love it.
About Groundhog Day.
I like Groundhog Day.
Okay. Uh, so Bill Murray fan.
As an actor, not as a human, but he's pretty sorry as a human. But yeah, as an actor, I like Bill Murray. I'm the old Saturday Night Live guy, so I liked all those guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's not that, but that's the wrong kind of dry humor. That's childish. I mean, it's just bad. It's just bad humor. It's not even funny to me.
You got to think outside the box a little bit. Oh. All right. What is your favorite?
So you think those movies hold up good till today?
Yes.
You think those movies hold up good till today?
Yes. Yes. I think it should be required to watch them. I blow my nose in your general direction. Go away, or I will taunt you a second time.
Hey, somebody's got to be the anti here. I'm being the anti tonight. But I'm being honest. I don't care for those movies. I don't.
Go
The
away.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. Hated it. Hated that movie. Hated that movie. Hated it with a passion.
What
Capital
about Little
P.
Shop of Horrors?
What?
What about Little Shop of Horrors?
I never saw it.
I'm going to try to get over this. It's painful. Well, I'm probably going to cry. God, you son of a silly person. Yeah, I didn't really want to see Jim Curry and drag either. But, you know,
Oh, but yeah, some things I like, I'd agree are really silly too. I'm trying to think of what one of them would be, but there's comedy that I like that I'm sure y'all think, God, you like that, but you don't like that. It's just a preference. I wasn't really into a lot of those things had religious overtones, and I didn't like the mocking of that. So that's one of the reasons. Being completely honest, I don't watch things that are overtly mocking people of faith. That's why I quit watching King of the Hill.
okay.
Absolutely stopped on a Sunday night watching that, and it was a Halloween thing, and they mocked Christians all the way through the show, and I said, I'm done. Never watched it again.
Well, well, dadgummit, that's just
I used to watch it.
Yeah.
I used to watch it.
I still have underwear. I still have King of the Hill underwear.
I don't know whether that's
boxers, but you know,
it's kind of sad. I don't know what.
Christmas underwear. You know, they got their little fence all decorated and stuff, kind of like my thing behind me. You know. So, what is your favorite, let's say, action movie?
Well, there's several. I have to think. I mean, I like some Arnold Schwarzenegger action movies. Sylvester Stallone. You know,
Yeah.
I'm good. You name some of them, I'll tell you if I like it. I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. I don't really watch a lot of movies, dude. I really don't. A lot of older movies.
Like anything by Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Not anything, but there are some movies that I like by him. Bloodsport was good.
Okay.
Although it was a little over the top. And I only really liked it because of the dude that had the Harley shirt on and stuff. He made the movie for me. The rest of it was kind of,
You know who that was?
I can't think right now.
Ogre in Revenge of the Nerds.
Okay. And I never was a fan of that.
That was the first one. It was funny, but after that, it kind of got dry and old.
I went and watched what's Porky's. I went to the movies and saw that. At the
Porky's,
time, I thought it was funny. Now I would think it was stupid, but
yeah.
at the time, I thought it was funny.
At the time, I thought it was funny too. You've done shocked and hurt Steve so much. He's not even saying anything anymore.
He's got to recover.
He's got to recover. You know, uh, that is, that's bad. You shouldn't hurt two Steve like that. Um, every which way but loose.
Yeah, I liked it. Big
I
fan.
like that one. Any which way you can. I like both of them.
I like both of them.
I
I'm a
love
Clint
it.
Eastwood fan mostly. So yeah,
I love it when she's up there on her porch and the motorcycle gang's riding around. She's got her shotgun out there just blowing them all away. Going, they left me here all alone, poor defenseless old lady. Boom. When Clyde kissed her.
I think that I love the movie, but honestly, Eastwood almost ruined it because he was trying to put his girlfriend in the movie, and she was no great catch. I don't know, he kind of made himself look stupid going across the country after her. I mean, she was horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Well,
Act like he had never had a girlfriend before. I mean, it was pretty bad, that part. But I thought the woman and his partner were funnier than him in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't pull comedy off great, but in some cases he has, but very little. But the support actors in that movie were great. They were funny, and he was at times. But
yeah,
of course, the orangutan. I mean, Clyde. I mean, he was funny.
Gosh, he was amazing.
Yeah, Left Turn, Clyde.
He was the actual star of the movie. The whole thing where they're riding down the road, him and her and his brother, and they're riding down the road, and the little hatch in the back of the truck opens up, and he reaches down there and grabs a beer out of the bag and goes back in the bag. And she's like,
"Oh yeah, yeah."
Oh,
the one Eastwood movie I could never really stomach, and it was around that time. What was the one where they were the traveling circus or something, or what was that? Maybe it wasn't a circus, but it was a traveling show of some kind. It was around that same time he made that movie. I didn't care for that movie.
No,
I can't remember the name of it.
there was let's see, there was one where he, Play Misty for Me that had his girlfriend in it. Then there's one where he played the singer. And,
yeah, not a fan of either one of those.
No, I don't remember the one where he was in a circus or something traveling around.
I loved all of the most of the last one was a little bit, but he played the cop, Dirty Harry. I'm a big fan of all the Dirty Harry movies.
I love the fact that they made songs about that. Oh, we love to hear him say, "Go ahead and make my day." Let's see if I can figure out what.
I really didn't care for the spaghetti westerns. It was okay.
You mean Hang 'em High?
No, Hang 'em High was filmed here. Hang 'em High was filmed here.
Yeah.
But those spaghetti westerns that was filmed in Italy, they're okay, not great.
I liked them.
Not
Mm.
The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Was that one of me? Good, Bad, the Ugly. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
And that was a spaghetti western, but it was okay.
The Outlaw Josie Wells. Yeah. Fistful of dollars and a few dollars more.
Yeah, they're okay. I'm not big on the whole Italian western shows or movies.
Okay. I'm not seeing the one where he was like in a group or something.
I know the name of it. What? It was right. It was right around that time of Every Which Way You Can. It was right around that time.
It wasn't Iger sanction, was it?
No, I liked that one. That was a weird movie, but I liked it. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it.
Cadillac?
No, that was horrible too. I didn't care for that. Billy Bob or something like that, or
I'm not seeing it. City Heat, that's not it.
no,
Sudden Impact ain't it.
no.
Bronco Billy.
Yeah, that one. I hate it. I didn't care for that. It was okay. I'll say hate. I just didn't care for it. Kelly's Heroes was really good.
Yes.
Mule for Sister Sarah was okay. It was okay, even though
it was good.
Escape from Alcatraz.
And I'm going to say it.
Now, I thought Gran Torino was a pretty awesome movie. I mean,
Firefox. I didn't care for it. I mean,
it was okay at times. It
was all about, he goes, he steals the plane, and he flies it home, and he has a fight. I didn't really.
That was a movie of the times, this whole Russia thing, and I think that's what the stick was, is the hatred of Russia and stealing their weapon. But yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, and I'm going to.
It wasn't great.
The best modern day movies, in my own opinion, was Space Cowboys.
It's a good movie.
That was an awesome movie. Having Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Daniel Sutherland, James Garner, all them together. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine how long it took to film that just from the people cutting up and joking? Donald Sutherland and James Garner were probably cracking everybody up throughout the entire movie, the filming process.
Oh, yeah.
Clint Eastwood, maybe not so much, but I'm pretty sure he had some fun in there too. So
it was a little bit. He's a little more of a serious guy. I mean, he can cut up some, but
yeah, we have run over a little bit, but it's okay.
Good discussion.
Yeah. We need to get back into some of these here too. We need to continue on with some Clint Eastwood movies. That's pretty awesome. I like some Clint Eastwood movies. So anyway, we're so glad y'all joined in with us tonight, and you're all here, and we hope you've enjoyed it. And we will be back on Friday morning, if not tomorrow evening. I'll
probably be on tomorrow. Got some shows that I want to catch up on, and
I got stuff I want to do too. So
I'll probably be on. Just see how my day goes. But toodles.
Toodles to you too, sir.
Toodles. Do you hold your little finger up when you say that? Toodles.
I bet he holds his finger up when he swings his hammer.
No, he's full on. He's full on. He got the grip on that hammer now. I like it when he speeds the thing up. He's got the little tinging sound that he does. Really, I like that. I live for your video just to watch that. Tick, 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 tick. It's funny. But he then he'll slow it down. He's banging. He hit his anvil in one of them. Like he had a misfire. The great blacksmith misfired. It happens. He hit his anvil full on with a hammer, but I don't think he damaged it. He swings a heavy hammer, man. But he hit that anvil. He wasn't happy, but it was okay.
All right. Well,
I got to watch me some more of them. Have you made a new one, Steve? You got a new one out there? I'm going back and watching all the old ones. I like them.
It's hard to believe that Clint Eastwood is 94 years old.
I'm sorry, Steve. I know for the blacksmith that's hard. I should have waited if you weren't here, but you know what? I could see the pain. The pain in your face is like, I think he probably cussed. He just cut it out because he was not happy. You could tell. It's like, he's rubbing the little anvil like, oh man, I I didn't mean to be offensive when I said little anvil. It's a good sized anvil. I said little. I'm sorry, Steve. I didn't try to.
Oh,
That was a mistake.
yeah,
That slipped out. I didn't mean to do that.
and the pain of that one, Steve. Now he's talking about your little anvil. You're going to be suffering from anvil envy on top of everything else. Oh, yeah, yeah. Take that, Dave. You talk about his little anvil some more.
I didn't mean it like that. That just slipped out.
Poor Dave.
He's got an assortment of hammers too. He's got different ones. Different sizes.
You're going to be
From the looks of those handles, though, he's misfired more than once because he's got some tape around some of them handles. So, but I don't know. It might be from heavy use. That's just from heavy use.
So what you're saying is he's broken the handle on his hammer.
Probably. I can't say for sure, but probably.
And then he duct taped it back up.
When he was all laid out there lounging on the couch, he was waiting on the new hammer to come in, so. And he did repair a hammer, which I enjoyed that episode where he put the new wood on the hammer. That was cool. I never saw anybody do that. So that was cool. I don't think that's the one where he hit the anvil. I think that was a different one, but it might have been the same one. I watched a couple of them back to back, so Actually, I think I watched like 3 or 4 in a row. Manufacturer defect in the hanger.
No, it's
okay. I see.
Hammer. Okay.
Manufacturer defect. Not operator error, manufacturer defect.
I agree. Wait
a minute, in the hanging.
When I'm nailing stuff and I put fire and the nail goes flying, it's a manufacturer defect in that nail.
What's the hanging process? They hang the wood to dry or something? Well, I mean, what is that? The hanging process.
Yeah, I imagine when they dry it. I don't know. Well, don't they use is there a specific blacksmith hammer that they use, or can you use a sledge or what?
He's got different ones. He's depending on what he's doing, Brand new handles and hanging means putting the hammer. Oh, okay, that's hanging it. Okay. You might have said that in there. That was pretty. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it watching that.
All right. Well, now that we've.
I do have to say though. One more thing, Steve. One more thing. I know he's going to hate this. He's going to hate it. As a safety guy, he's going to hate it. If an OSHA guy was looking in your shop at you work, that did cringe, man. Oh.
Hey,
I'm not saying there's any violations.
That is his shop. He can do it the way he wants to. He ain't working for OSHA. OSHA's working for him at that point.
I don't think there's a
get off him.
I don't think there's a safety glass or a face shield in the shop. But hey, you know what? It's his life.
Oh my God. Steve, you remember.
I love you, Steve. I'm just playing.
I did not say that. That was that guy. So when the retaliation comes, remember it was that guy.
I understand. Poof. Pretty cool stuff, though, man. It's cool.
Shrek. Have you seen Shrek? I like Shrek.
I have seen Shrek. I like Shrek.
I know that Steve has seen Shrek. I know that. And every time I sing, you remember when Fiona, the female ogre, gets that high note and the bird just goes, shh.
Yeah.
That's what happens to a songbird every time I sing.
The only thing that you've done that I don't know if I'd say shocked me, and only because we worked with a guy, me and Rob both worked with a guy named Buddy. You remember Buddy, right? I won't say the last name, but Buddy.
Yes.
And was you working there when Buddy the angle grinder flew apart and hit him in the neck
Yes.
and cut him really bad. It was a bad moment.
They thought he was going to die.
He does some stuff that scares the heck out of me, but that's him. I've seen those things fly apart, man, and because of that. And that's the only thing. Other stuff, yeah, you could have things ding up in your eye and all that, but that's the one that really got me. But he's good. I mean, he's getting it out, getting it done. But that's probably the only thing that probably I was like, ooh,
You know what? That's his shot. Yeah. That's what the guard's for.
yeah.
Get off him. Hey, you ought to see me woodworking sometime.
I think Buddy's had a guard on it too. I'm saying those things can fly apart though.
Yeah. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to, getting my shop up where I start back doing some woodworking. That's going to be fun. Me and Steve may have to collaborate. I have to drive down here to South Georgia, bring that anvil with him, that little anvil that you was talking about.
He's not working with wood so much as he's banging metal, steel, man. Come on, woodworker.
Well, he can bang some steel out, and we can make a nice steel cover on that thing, or do some steel.
And you just said little anvil too. I mean, come on.
Well, I was just
thought we moved on from little anvil.
I was just mocking you for words you said. So don't you be trying to throw me under no bus.
So 112 pounds.
Yeah, 112 pounds. All right.
Soaking wet. You're cool, man. I appreciate it. Keep those videos coming. I don't think I watched the one on Thanksgiving. We were really crazy busy, and I've been busy since then, but I'll go back and watch it. I like it. He's really, I appreciate his friendship. He's really good at what he does with these videos and stuff. They're real good, man. They're real good.
All right. Y'all, it's way after 9, and somebody has to go to bed at some point in time tonight, and it's probably me because I was tired. Y'all have a great night, a great day. Y'all like, follow, and subscribe if you would, please. We're really needing help on YouTube and Facebook.
It's all good, Celtic. Hey, sometimes you have to do the rush job. It's still good. I'll still watch it. You're still funny, man. You know what's the best part? I know you got to go. We're going to have to come back. Is his outtakes at the end? Those are pretty cool. When he's trying to remember a line and he flubs it, because I've done this in making commercials a lot. And I'm like, dadgummit, I had it, and I messed up. Got one word wrong, and I'll hit restart. But the best one that I've seen, there's two. One, he's talking and some doing a motorcycle comes by and blows it up. But the squirrel, he's got a squirrel, running, laps around his roof or something, and he's trying to talk, and the squirrel's just, he's like, yeah, the squirrel's up there again. That's my favorite part.
My favorite one to flub up is when I forget to turn my microphone on.
Oh, I did that once. I was so mad.
Oh, I'll shoot them and post them.
I did that once. I posted it and I went, oh man, I went back and listened. I was like, there's no sound. I went, oh man, forgot to get myself on there.
Yeah.
I've done it.
It's no fun. All right.
No fun.
Well, y'all like, follow, subscribe. We need help on YouTube, Facebook. If y'all have a heart, please like and follow or subscribe over there. And we would greatly appreciate it. And y'all have a great and wonderful night and day tomorrow. And we're going to give y'all a great old big salute. Y'all sleep well and have a good night.
Awesome.
God bless.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show.